You're here. Welcome on. Welcome back as we remain to wipe the dust off of our lives and remove it because we're going to be staying dust free in our dust free era. And again, if you're new here, we know there's a saying of dust comparing to men. We're talking about the dust that we allow in our own lives, the situations we put ourselves through that we haven't got over, that's just weighing over us like a dark cloud. The dust that keeps us holding back, stuck in situations, the dust that keeps us too scared, stuck with programmings that have did nothing for us so far. The dust in old eating habits, because you started new eating habits, you started doing different things for yourself. In our life, it's all the things that no longer serve us that we're just gonna keep dusting off. So today's topic, grab a chair. I'm just a messenger. Let's just focus only on the message. If any of this, if any of these topics, anything on my page, it bothers you, it doesn't resonate with you, you disagree, let's agree to disagree. Let's keep going, moving on. You don't have to keep watching. You don't have to subscribe. You have free will 100%. If it's something that ticks you off, makes you mad, stop watching and scroll to your daily programming. I will be saying a few things. I will reinstate with some. Again, who will disagree? So I'm going to say that this isn't real, but we all are entitled to our very own opinion. And if it fits perfectly in this message, it's for you continue to watch. I understand one thing is not suited for everyone. One video will not accommodate and everyone will like and understand that and no hard feelings at all. And no hard feelings against any of your beliefs and let's get started. Not one thing in this world is definitely, like I said, is made for one single person because we know we're gonna have them comment warriors in the comments ready to go forward after I gave this long synapse of a warning. But again, that's what makes us unique. The church is a business, straight up and down. Let's get to it in the story. The church is a business. Unless you're a part of the church's organization, the group, some call it a cult. I'm just going by what we all know. Um, if you're not part of that certain particular church, you will not be helped at all. You will not be helped like it is expressed in the Bible. It says, help thy neighbor. Not only help thy neighbor, if they go to this church, that exception. That's not in the Bible. Not only if they come to just this church and spend money at this and only this particular church, should we help thy neighbor? That is not mentioned. That is not what he meant if you are a person who's dealing with the religious aspects of life. They said, well, if we help everyone, how will the church profit? That's what their thoughts are. How will our church in this particular neighborhood that you're asking of, how will we profit? But I thought this was for the Lord to worry about. Where the money is going to come from, if you help so many people and you run low. I thought all of those things were for the Lord to worry about. I thought the church was a nonprofit and funded by the people to help the people. We all know this is fluff. Ask me how I know. From experience. Everything I share and most of the things on my channel is always from experience. Nowadays, on a job application, it's all about experience for the job that you are applying to. So these days, they're kind of looking at experience as a degree because that's part of the new exceptions in the job market. Experience is now considered the equivalent of a degree in most job markets. Myself and many others have been through tough times and tried to reach out to certain different churches and have been told you are not a part of this church. And we only help members at this church. Kid you not, promise you on everything. Mary had a little lamb, Jesus's sandals. I promise you, this was told. Promise you, no lies. We have heard about and definitely we were told that you're not a part of this church and we only help members of the church. On a business level, this makes total sense. You're a business, you're a company, you only provide when someone pays you money for the service that you're offering. That's a business. Doesn't that sound like the church? We can only help those members who have been contributing to the church, coming to the church and doing all of this. Yeah, just wait. If you haven't saw, test it out. Go to a different church that you've never been to before. Go ahead. Go and find out. You do not have to take my word for it. You can do this as a training day attempt to just see how churches are. Call them. You don't even have to go to the church. It's 2006. You can get on the phone, literally call these people and get told. However, they keep trying to get you to believe it's all about the Lord. Didn't the Lord go all over the world and help strangers? Didn't he, guys? Did I hear that wrong? Was that made up? That was in the Bible? Maybe I misread. He went all over and he helped strangers, and not just the people that followed him. He didn't help just the believers, he also helped the non believers and the people that never even heard of him, saw of him. He helped them all. If it's a nonprofit, how do the pastors get so much money? Flaunting their wealth and all of the great things that they've bought. How, y'all? How, Sway? I'm just curious. The people have questions. The people have questions. This is for the ones that have no other businesses before the church or outside of the church. We are talking about the ones who are strictly just started it all in the church. There was nothing else. God called them. They did all of this and all of the requirements to become a pastor. And that's all they know. Because we know once people get into the church and your church gets popular, you can upscale everything and it's unlimited. But I'm talking about the ones who get paid by that collection plates. And even some of those who have businesses outside of the church, before the church, they also are putting their hands in there. We ain't gonna say it's everybody. A good 85-90% of y'all definitely taking the church money that's supposed to be for the people and all of we building the buildings and this and that and that and this. Lie to yourself. You can't lie to us. It's 2026. Welcome to truth. Dust free. All those lies. Dust it off. Dust free era right now. But wasn't that supposed to be for the people? The gossip in the church is worse than on the streets and all of the reality shows, the mess, the fornication going on inside of the church. They really could have just reality shows based off of multiple different churches, and we would be so entertained. It would be on a high level. You won't hear any cussing. You'll hear a lot of nice, nasty. But there's a lot going on in the church. Some things we know, some of us still have a blindfold to it, and some of us know and hear it, and we just play like we dumb and we can't see, we can't hear, we can't smell. Church is life. The pastor being married, sleeping with single women, other men, messing with underage, you know, this is YouTube. Things are going to get monitored. We're not going to be specifying and getting too much into details. But other people's spouses, animals, stuffed animals, you name it. Like, they're just so sex infused. Telling us to follow the Ten Commandments while breaking all of them. Being in the church to pursue their sexual needs is what I've become to think is the actual meaning behind 70-80% of pastors. Not sorry. They're there to prey on emotional win. They're there to prey on emotional women, men, and the underaged. Ones who can't consent. The ones who are naive and, like women, adults. There are definitely naive women that just, they believe in God. They're in an emotional state. Here comes Pastor Deacon with the word and talking into the panels. Come on. That's another form of pimping as well. We are just going to be honest. Most of all the churches know about this, but still go, still participate in this bad activity that they see as a great time kill. Fellowship. Fellowship. Inside and outside of the church, it goes on. Gold diggers going to the church to find gold and not for the purpose of church or to pursue someone else's man. Not for honest living, not to live that wonderful life that they displayed in religion once you get married. No, none of that. They have turned the church into this new age club. It's just a big old club. Everybody's showing out. It's all a performance. Who shouts the loudest? Who catches the best fake talking of tongues or the Holy Ghost? Who had the best church outfit, hat, and shoes? You saw Pastor shoes, Pastor Crease today. Oh, the deacon had on a nice, wonderful shirt. Oh, First Lady had wasn't looking too nice today. I don't know what's been going on. Maybe we got to add more to the collection plate. Who has the best car? Who family looks the best in church? Who participates the most in church? The big spenders are recognized. Oh, yeah. A lot of people like that validation being in the church and the big spenders, and they know how to get it out of you. Who knows the most people in the church? That's something else that everyone likes. Oh, such and such, no, such and such, and they know everybody. Who can sing the best? Who can sing the loudest? Who can hit that tone every time without a fail? Who kisses up the best to Pastor Deacon or the First Lady? Just a big old competition, a game, a business. And they wonder why they have lost so many people. They wonder why they can't get new people to come stay. They wonder why it has gotten to the way that it is. But no one will go back and no one will look. No one wants to be that person to look and see what the true causes are. And why don't they want to get to the bottom of it? The church is a business, it's for profit, it's to make money. If they get down to all of the issues that's keeping the church going, but it's mostly 90% all negative and not really what the Bible expresses Jesus was saying. Every church, Jesus was going out there and giving the word to people, walking his body, his words. He was exhibiting a church that way. Everybody is stuck on it has to be this big old grandiose, out of sight, out of mind, the best, biggest church, company, business in the neighborhood. That's free error. You definitely have to believe in something, someone. A lot of people can't find the things that they need in themselves and they do have to rely or need extra guidance. But I want to tell you this, do that with caution. I have nothing against religion, politics, but the truth is what the truth is. That's free error.